Thank you so much for coming this afternoon. We're really excited about sharing with you our mission trip experiences, and all of these youth have wonderful things to say. Anyway, I wanted to say a special thank you to Spencer and Vita for coming on the mission trip. For risking their lives. They were incredible adult chaperones on a mission trip, and so the trip couldn't have happened without them. And then also I wanted to let you know that all the vegetables you're eating are from the youth's community garden. So, and Vita is the one who cooked all of the vegetables and all of that stuff. And she is in charge of the community garden.
Hello. So we went to Newport, Tennessee between June 2nd and 9th. And specifically, I'm going to talk about the first 2 days we were doing mission work on Monday and Tuesday. We went to Camp Eagle Point in the mountains of Tennessee, and it was Hal's place. Basically, Camp Eagle Point is a place where Hal, he just finds people who they're struggling in life. Perhaps they just got out of jail, or they've lost their jobs, or they don't have anywhere to stay, and he helps them out. And we did a lot of physical work, but we also talked to people. And one of the people I talked to was a man named Joseph, and it was just a week out of jail, and he told us his life story. Basically, he was a normal kid, he went to high school, he was 18, he graduated. And he didn't even get involved in drugs until he was 22. But even then, he had a stable life. And then, when he was 24, he had a son. And he said he was in his son's life every day of his life until he suddenly went to jail because he was involved in the wrong things. And then the week he was at Howell's, he told us he'd come out of jail and he was just wandering the streets, like sleeping on the side of the road or behind a trash can, until Howell found him. So his main point was it can happen to anybody because he had a normal childhood, he had a stable family, yet even he fell through. So that kind of helped us stay humble because it's pretty easy to get all narcissistic. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm on a mission trip helping people, God loves me so much, like my life is great. But it can happen to anybody, so even if you have a good childhood or you have a stable home life, you can fall off the path too. So that was pretty nice. And Eagle Point was just about helping, but not just helping with the physical environment, it was about getting to know the people and learning about their lives. So that was really interesting.
Next we have our sister Sarah. Sarah, come on in. We're all a little nervous, so.
Hello, I'm Sarah, and my days I was in the same group as my sister, and on the third and fourth day of our group, we went to Kids Club, and some kids from Hal's house had came over, and we had been really good friends. And we also just were hanging out a lot, and we helped each other. She also helped like make the trail up a hill in Hal's place. At Hal's house, we had gotten a bunch of tools, a bunch of gardening things. They were very like sharp, like machetes and bush axe. We had like cut out the weeds, and we had a bunch of other people helping. And on our fourth day, we went to a nursing home, and Group Wicked had made a bunch of quesadillas for the nursing home people. And we also cracked a piñata. And it was fun. And we made, we decorated paper to show like where we're from and why we're here and stuff.
This little girl who followed her around like all week. Her name was Jacqueline, and she was the cutest girl, and she adored Sarah, so I also wanted to tell you all that. Okay, Elizabeth is up next.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. Elizabeth, and I was in Group Seek. And one of the things I wanted to tell you about was my experience at Kids Club. On the first day of Kids Club, I was also with Josiah and Francois in my group. So in the first day of Kids Club, we were the only people from Grace in that particular group. So we had to really, we like made friends through the kids with the other groups, and that was a really cool thing. And also, there was a kid there named Deacon, and he had two little brothers. One was Kaylin and one was Dallin, and they were both 6, and Deacon was 10, and he took care of his little brothers. He dressed them and fed them, and he was telling us about that. And he told us that he might not be able to come the next day. So we told him that they had a van that would go around the neighborhood and pick the kids up. So he told us, he was like, okay, I'll try to get my little brothers fed and dressed. And one thing I noticed that at Kids Club, he really actually had a chance to be a kid, where at home he probably didn't, because he had to like be the parent for his little brothers because both of his parents worked and he was actually their parent. So Kids Club is a really good place, and we did a lot of good stuff there.
We have David up next.
I'm here to tell about what we do at the Kids Club, and like when we was painting, like all the work we did, it's all about like we were helping people that couldn't help themselves, like the older people, even younger people, like kids. We got to meet older people. That was like the best day of my life, because I got to talk to other people, because I never had somebody older in my life, like my grandma or something. I had my grandma, but she was young. She was still young too, not like old. So when I got to meet the people that was more old, that was like more fun. Then at the Kids Club, to see how old people are different from young people, that was the best thing. Cause when I got to play with kids, teach them some games. Like my favorite person that I met there was Jacqueline and Alan. That girl Jacqueline, she was following me around all the time. Like Alan, I met him the first day. Then he asked me if I was gonna come the second day, and I said, sure, I will. And he said he was gonna try to be there, but when I went there, he wasn't there. Then it was not fun. It was not fun no more, because there was nobody to play with. Then I met Jacqueline. Then we just started playing. She just keep on pulling me around. Then, like, sure, instead of me telling her what to do, she told me what to do. So yeah, that was the best thing I did. Thanks.
So I have asked Pierre to come up next. It looks like he's cleaning up a mess over there. Really thorough job over there.
Hello. Well, it's not that different than what everybody has said, but it was good. I like it. Same as last year, we did the same thing, but except I never been in Kids Club. Kids Club was the best thing I did, and I really feel good about it. So the first time I get to Kids Club, Mr. Spencer asked me if I can go with him to get the kids. I was very happy to go with him, because I haven't done it before. I mean, I like little babies now, all the kids like 10 10 years old or 13, something like that. But since I get in the van, or we drive around to get the kids, and I was so surprised how the kids love me. You know, I mean, I haven't told them my name, or they haven't said the name, but they was really lovely, and I really like it. So they all ask me what sports I play. I tell them that I do play soccer and I do basketball for fun. So they asked me if I can teach them how to play soccer. I was like, I would be happy to teach you, So when we get out there, all the kids would follow me. They was like, oh, we need you to teach us how to play soccer, I don't know how to kick, how you do this. So I was happy to teach the kids because it was the best thing I had done our first time, and I was really happy about it. And the second thing was when we went to painting house. It was kind of hard, but if you have done it before, it's easier to just give it a try. It was my first time, so I don't know how to do the house thing, but if you tell me how to play soccer, then I will. I know how. But about the house, well, I had to learn how to do it because they get to give us information and to follow it. So it was interesting. I was happy to paint the house, and I really learned more about that too. Maybe next time, anybody need help, I'll be there.
All right.
Thank you.
I just want to say one thing. The worst thing we did is taking 2 minute shower after paint. It was 2 minutes.
Anything else you'd like to add, David? Okay, and Ellie is up next. He's gonna kill me.
Hey everybody, my name is Eli, and this was my first time going on a mission trip. I didn't know how it's going to be. I was scared, embarrassed, but I did good. My favorite things is we went away the old people lives, and you know how the old people, I didn't know they can dance. I was surprised. They put music in it. I thought Pierre was the best dancer in my group, but he didn't dance. The old people dance. I'm like, what? Old people can dance better than us? That was surprising. The other thing is we went in the mountain. You know, was it Tennessee? Yeah, Tennessee. In the mountain, what was it? Dog or something, I don't know. And we found 1 egg. That was a spot. And I told Christine, I didn't take this egg. And she's like, no, don't take that egg. I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. And the other thing, it was when we went to play with kids, we played in the backyard. They trust us because we gotta push them. We did everything good. We played them with them. They keep it for us. They like us. They keep it for us, call us our names. Peter, David, all that kind of stuff. We did it good, and then we went for the parents from painting houses, and we did good all that stuff. So thanks to Christina taking the mission trip. I'm gonna come next time if you ask me.
We have Catherine up next.
Hi, I'm Catherine, and I'm going to tell you about at evening worship every night. We would have a thing called Yay Gods, which was basically where we celebrated things that we saw during the day that were amazing, and God put that into place. And one of the main things that we heard at Yay Gods was safety. Because every day we went to Hal's place where we used machetes and bush axes and other blunt instruments that could easily cut off a finger or put somebody's eye out. And also the maturity that we used when using those instruments. And that was really like in juxtaposition to the us really getting into our elements as kids when we were with the elderly people and the children, we were really able to put all our coolness behind us and just be kids with them and let them enjoy us and us enjoy them for who we were.
Josiah. Ellie, you're not allowed to look at Josiah while he's talking.
Okay, well, we went to Newport, and my favorite part about it was I got to see the carpentry with this guy named Bob at Al's house, and he was showing me how, like, when you're building, like, a shack or a cabin, like, if you have to square off the wood before you cut it with the square block, and I didn't even know that. And another thing, we got to paint houses, and we got to paint inside, use rollers and paintbrushes, and we got to go high ladders like 6 feet off the ground and paint. Oh yeah, and we got to make fires.
I'm starting to realize how bad this is making me look. With the machetes and the axes and the fires. Okay, Terrell, coming up.
My best experience was when I went to the kids club because I never worked with kids before and I thought it would be cool. So when we were reading, most of them could read and a lot of them wanted to read when we were doing reading. And then, like, some of them, there was balloons, and they thought that was a really good toy. Because it's just, even though it's just a balloon, they really thought it was nice. And when they were making artwork, I made a wall of fame for them so they could put their artwork up there, and that's where it happened.
Thank you, Terrell. Well, Pierre has something to add.
There was more fun. It's a lot. I can't finish talking now. More ideas keep coming out my head now, so it was good. And also, I want to say there is nothing fun than mission trip. I'm gonna tell you this.
Nothing fun?
Mission trip is fun. It's the best. It's the best thing that I had fun. You know. I don't know. I think she didn't hear me what I said, but I apologize. But as you know, how we get to know each other. Well, it was kind of embarrassing because when we get there, we thought we were gonna meet some other people from what we met last year from Alabama, but they wasn't there, so we had to make new friends. Started off like. So at that time, well, it was kind of easier. Because I finally found the first guy who I met. He played soccer, so we get to know each other by playing a little bit. And the other fun thing was when we get to play basketball. I don't know how to play basketball, but it was the best thing I did. So we had a basketball court outside, and they had to play versus us. Like some youth people from Georgia. They played against us in Texas. We don't have basketball. We were just, want to have fun, but we was good at basketball. So, which is, we played them like 3 times. We beat them all those times. They had beat us, so they was mad. They was like, we want a revenge. We want to, we want to keep playing all again to finally beat you just once. It was good, and so, and the other thing was, it was kind of bad. Because my first day when I got there, I actually got injured. Whoa! Well, it was dunking, and not that injured, not that bad, but it was, just a little bit, but we were just dunking outside. I was not the best dunker in there. Kobe Bryant, no. So we got a challenger. You know, I was like the best from Dallas, and maybe they will take the second place. So other kids were trying to, you know, they were like, if I can teach them how to dunk, and I'm like, well, it's easier, you know. I didn't run them, I just did it right now, and it happened. Maybe if you try like I did, you're gonna get it right. So we did it right, and I don't think I tell you about how it hurt. Well, we was playing. It's like we was playing against each other, like me and Dad were playing. So when I try to make it dunk, they blocked me. He got big hands. I got small hands. They were still big for me, targeting my hand, and he blocked me, and he actually blocked my finger, but it's doing fine now. I did a lot of work with it, but it's good. And second was, I never knew they didn't know how to play soccer now. We went to the gym, play against each other. I actually try my best I can. I'm good. He's not that good. So, what he said was like, oh, since you're good, maybe I should do something about it. And I said, sure, try me. So what he did was, he hits me on my leg. Well, I got hurt. I had to sit down a little bit. He just want to win, but he played hard, he tried his best, he made the finals, but he didn't get a chance to win. That was the bad thing for him. Thank you.
David, I didn't know you were reading up here every day. That's nice. Okay, Vita would like to share with you about her experiences.
On this trip. And everybody's talking about the kids club. The kids were really wonderful, and everybody had a wonderful time with the kids. And building the house and painting the house was very important or very interesting. One of the houses the kids built and painted, I went to talk to the owner. His name is Jenkins. And that was his mom's house. That was his grandma's house. And his grandma had passed away for about 19 years, and the house was there, not rented. So after they painted the house, he said his pastor was going to rent the house. So eventually, he's now able to, get money for the house. And although the kids were not experts, but they did a good job painting the house. Although some of them painted their bodies and their shirts. And while they were painting, Francois and a student from Atlanta, Thomas, they were doing the caulk. They were caulking the windows, and after they caulked it, then Thomas remembered, oh, they caulked the window shut, so the windows got open. So they hurriedly took off the caulk so that the windows would open. And they said, oh no, we did it right. So they went again and caulked, and caulked it. So they were having fun. And when we were coming on our way, we ran out of gas. And God puts people in our path that we didn't, that we never could expect. First of all, when we were going, we had good weather. While we were there, we had good weather all the way. And when we were coming, we had good weather, except for the detours that we had on the way. So the detours would take us off our track. So we were getting low on gas, and so we made a detour, and we went to nowhere. So when we made a right-hand turn, we saw the sign. It says 2 miles, so we started going for 2 miles. I think we went about 7 miles, and we couldn't see no gas station, and nobody was inside. And then all of a sudden, there was this lady in her backyard, and then Christina said, let's stop and ask her where the next gas station is. So we stopped, and she was getting ready to go buy gas for her truck. And so she told us, man, there's no gas station over here. You just go in. This is dead. This is just dead country. The gas station is way over there. You left it. And so she had to come. She had to get a gallon and went to buy gas and come put in our van so we could drive and go get gas. And which God was just with us. and everybody had a wonderful time over there.
Spencer, would you like to say a couple words? And also, Spencer made this slideshow with the lovely pictures of all of us.
That's actually a good thing for me to start by saying, which is I had cameras for Christina, for myself, and for Vita, but a lot of kids took pictures. So the pictures you're seeing, a lot of them were not taken by us, they were taken by the kids. We never figured that out. There were a lot of things that we never figured out, actually. But we talked to the kids about being part of a team and, not like, oh, it's the adults, leading and the kids following, but the kids did an awful lot of leadership this week with our group and with other groups as well. I wanted to make sure to mention that. So on the first day going to the work sites, they gave us the little this kind of bracelet, the blue one, with paper that you can write, you can write something on it, things like that. And write on what you're going to do. My thing was encouraging. I realized this past Friday that I still had mine on. I had not figured out that I'd not taken it off yet in a week and a half. So it's like the trip never ended for me. Christina did a Facebook thread for arranging this and add all the kids and Dana and me on it. And there were 180 messages when I saw it. The kids talking back and forth and everything like that. It's like we never got out of the van. The thing about the thing about this trip was we were asking the kids to do a lot. It's 888 miles from where I'm standing to the center of Newport, Tennessee, each direction, and that's before you take detours. I was driving a van at that particular time. And so I'm thinking that the Facebook thread and the little wristband thing, and I realized as I was walking around in here taking pictures of people watching the slideshow to put in the next slideshow, it's like it never ends. So we did great work 2 weeks ago. It was, the kids were epic and it was awesome and everything like that. The thing I wanted to kind of leave you guys with, all of you, not just the Mission 15 guys, but there's a week that starts today also. And we don't have to wait another year to get in a van and have people drive you. How much farther are we going to go this time? 1,000,000 miles to be on a mission. If that's something you can do tomorrow, that's something you can do on the way home today. You don't have to go far. In a bunch of several of these pictures, you see, we were in a white van with a trailer, and Christina borrowed the trailer from the director of the Wesley Foundation in Denton. I actually happen to know that nice lady. She was the first youth pastor that I ever met at the church in Allen. She and her husband were unable to have children. She's a pastor. Her husband is a pastor, and they were, like in and out of Bridgeport camp, where we often go to midwinter and places like that. And there was a girl there that was very concerned. One of the campers was very concerned that her sister was going to have a baby that she couldn't keep, and the camper was very concerned about where is this all leading. So this is one conversation between one counselor and one camper, right? Just someone caring for someone else, just someone wanting to encourage someone else. The director of the Wesley Foundation and her husband have a 17-year-old boy named Blaine who is taller than she is, almost taller than he is now. That happened because of one conversation. If you're wondering, while we were gone for a week, did that make any difference? Sometimes it doesn't take a week. Sometimes all it does, though. Sometimes all you need to do is to work to make a difference every minute. And I had a blast on the mission trip. I'm almost coherent now, and I think the only thing that Elizabeth has spotted was that I think I have the team names reversed for Seek and which was and Wicked. So that's not bad considering where we've been. But I want to thank you guys for the opportunity to be with the kids, and really want to thank this congregation for sending these kids to on the mission trip the way you do.
But I just want to say thank you so much for your support and for your prayers, for your gifts, and for being here today. Really, without you, we couldn't have gone. It's because of you that we are able to serve, and we represented you on mission in Tennessee, and we'll always represent you when we're serving communities around the world. And so thank you for everything. And I just want to say that our kids in particular were leaders for all the other youth on that trip. And so I was impressed by every single teenager that we had, because they showed leadership in ways that the other youth groups did not. And so I'm very proud of them. And I learned a lot from them about how you serve God in mission. So I want to thank you to the youth and the chaperones who came, and for all of you for being here.